Good morning, Bakers. No music, no BBD. He sends his best. He's actually out to a nice brunch right now, and he wanted to send his hugs and kisses. I am still in Buffalo for a wedding. A little bit of a hostage vid. A little bit of a hostage. Send help. No, I just wanted to pop on for a couple minutes. I found a couple minutes. I know we talked earlier in the week about giving you guys something on the feed. So I figured talk a couple minutes of football with you people. More so, give a big thanks to everyone that's been involved with Waken and Jakin this year. Jill Hempel in the chat right now. So many people that are in here regularly making me and BBD and sports a big part of your daily lives, and that's I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. I know we at JOMBOY Media and myself, we're kind of known for baseball at this point, and that's not going to change. I don't think that'll ever change, but I think we're going to be known for a lot more other stuff coming up. 2022 is going to be a huge year for the company. And you guys, I mean, for me, are the absolute best. Um, kind of blown away about how great you are and sharing now the new year with me and all the sports. Rob, Bart, Beast Grills, Travis, Tony, everyone in the chat. I appreciate you guys popping in now and every day. You guys are the absolute best. So we'll talk a little bit of football. I'll tease it up for you guys. We will be back on Monday recapping NFL. I wonder when baseball news is going to pick back up. Chris Rose was listening to him, Zach Britton, Giolito, and Marcus Simeon this morning. That was interesting. A funny dynamic between the three of them. A lot of love every single way, and just different personalities on those guys. Made it a lot of fun. Uh, Kyle Seager retired. I guess there's your baseball news. Good for him. What a weird year for him. He hits a bunch of homers, second most homers in a retirement season, a big poppy. That's pretty crazy. That's a fun stat forever. And the fun year the Mariners had together to kind of go out like that. And man, I think that guy definitely had free agent offers. I thought there's a big part of me that thought he'd end up on a New York team, whether that was the Mets or the Yankees and play some hot corner, find the porch, or I think the Mets could use some defense there. So could the Yanks, to be honest. But he's retiring, and good for him, man. Made some decent coin playing baseball, and he's going out his way, and he's not going through the grind. I do think that's going to be an interesting thing with athletes coming up in the future years. We see a lot of these guys, if you have a successful career, and Kyle Seager, by the way, super successful career. My goodness. Shane, favorite pod for 2021, my man. Um, go look at some of Kyle Seager's stats. Just a really good career. I wonder if baseball players are going to start dipping out a little earlier if they're not necessarily chasing accolades. Like if you're Kyle Seager and you've had a career that you're really happy with and your body's more or less intact, 33, 34, 35. I wonder if guys are going to stop doing that kind of final chase year or two. I mean, it depends on the person, right? And everyone, your different love for baseball and everything. But man, it really is a grind. I know we get caught up in the salaries and how big of a number it is, but to play baseball and be on the roads, more than one road, be on the roads. Uh, it's an absolute grind, and I think if guys are happy and you know want to be more part of their family life, hell, I know a guy kind of like that. My friend Trevor Floof, who boy does he still have juice. Love to see everyone popping in the chat. I know it's a Friday, maybe one of the only Friday shows this year. Um, on the last day of the year, but I didn't want to leave the feed empty. And I love you guys a lot. And yeah, I see G Dogs in the chat right now saying, I don't see how these guys stay motivated to keep playing after making that kind of bank like a Max Scherzer. Um, I do think if you're a guy like Max Scherzer, it gets a little different because you're chasing like Hall of Fame type deal. Like, and I think he's already in, but he also had a great year last year. He just got what the biggest contract ever. So I do think that 1% of baseball players that we get caught up thinking about them more than the other crew. I mean, those guys are going to go and try to set records. Although, does baseball have a like a Barry Sanders? Does baseball have a guy that was kind of Calvin Johnson, a guy that was in his prime that kind of stepped away, and we were all like, "Damn, like that dude had a lot." And I know Talking Baseball just posted it yesterday. Sandy Koufax. I think he won the Cy Young and retired. But yeah, I wonder. I don't know. I guess no one's jumping out in my head that they, in their prime, they really dipped. We'll see. I'll let you guys comment, see if I'm missing anyone right now. I will tee you guys up. I'm recent years. I see a DiMaggio and a Koufax in the chat, but recent years like Barry Calvin Johnson. Andrew Luck? I mean, we're obviously talking about the physicality of football, and especially some of the CTE stuff that came out around the Andrew Luck time. Like, I think it made sense to everyone after uh, the beating he got behind some of those bad Colts O lines. But yeah, baseball. I don't know. I just we haven't seen that in a little while. Um, good for Kyle Seager. Good stats, man. Go look at his numbers. Um, let's talk a little football. I like teeing you guys up. You guys probably already have your New Year's plan. College football is the fun one today. The college football playoff is tonight. Um, interesting. I think a lot of the betting numbers are on the dogs. Excuse me, not the Georgia dogs, the gambling dogs. Michigan versus Georgia. I think that's the fun one. I think everyone's hoping that's kind of an all-time game. Michigan, their first time in the college football playoff against the Dogs, both 12-1, kind of those second tier powerhouses, or at least Michigan wants to be. And Georgia definitely is now with Kirby Smart. Hopefully, that's a fun football game. That's the 7:30 in the afternoon. Cincinnati versus Bama. Ian Happ, Cincinnati Bearcats. Um, I mean, Alabama's a 13, 15 point favorite, I think. Uh, so everyone's going to be rooting for Cincy. I think they need to kind of do, is it boxer rules? Or I don't know. There's got to be a better term for it. Cincinnati just can't get knocked out first thing. Like Alabama's first two drives can't be touchdown drives. You just can't get bullied. It can't be 14-0. After the first quarter, or something like that. If you can exchange blows for a little bit, or maybe, control the ball a couple positions, like don't be scared about the field position game a little bit. Make it a game, Cincy. And Alabama's had a few this year where they haven't looked so hot. But man, coming off that last game with Bryce Young, um, roll damn tide, if we're being honest. Um, and then I think Georgia is about a 7.5 point favorite over Michigan, which when I first heard that, that seemed a little steep. Like I know Georgia's really good and everyone loves their defense. Um, but man, that let's hope that's a fun football game. It's going to be fun for the SEC. The SEC in these bowl games this year, 0-4. 0-4. So that's interesting. I mean, each game, and there's been a ton of COVID stuff and et cetera, et cetera. But if Alabama or Georgia gets clipped, which I mean, Georgia again seems like that should be more of a toss-up. SEC is going to get a lot of fun hate, or they'll both advance, and the two best teams will be from the SEC in the championship game. I saw someone ask in the chat where I'm at with expanded college football playoffs. I'm for it. And maybe, again, we don't do a ton of college football here, so I'll let people call me out if they want to, but bowl games felt like they used to matter a lot more. And actually, tomorrow, uh, I think we get a couple more. We have the college football playoff games tonight, but tomorrow we do get into that kind of next tier. Oklahoma State versus Notre Dame in the Fiesta Bowl tomorrow. Number 9 versus number 5. That's a real deal bowl game. Number 11 Utah versus Ohio State, the Rose Bowl, obviously, the Sugar Bowl. Baylor Ole Miss 7-8. I guess for me, it's almost if we're having these teams play games, and I know you got to figure out some conference tournament stuff or get rid of the conference tournament finale. Man, if you can have a 12-teamer, a team like Utah, they've got a couple impressive wins this year. I don't know. I don't know. I do think football gets a little more chalky. You know, Alabama is Alabama. A lot of those SEC teams. But, it would be cool to give a team like the Cincinnati Bearcats, instead of them getting Alabama in the 1-4 game with the Heisman Trophy winning quarterback in Alabama, if Cincinnati was playing, who's like the number 10 team in the country in this bracket, if they were playing an Ole Miss or a Baylor in their first game, um, I don't know. Maybe it's a getting older thing, because I do remember, used to watch every bowl game, different bowl game every night, who's playing. I used to know pretty much every player on each team that's getting drafted. Now I don't get into that until after the season. I love a good bowl game, because for me it feels like almost a Jeopardy tournament of champions, where you find out like, oh, this guy was an all conference kick returner and he can change a game on you, and you find out about the defensive end who had led the conference in sacks, and I don't know, it just feels like an awesome showcase for some of these guys, and a little bit of that is gone as guys are sitting out. If you're a first or second round pick and you're playing in one of these bowl games that doesn't matter, and I know a lot of guys have been dipping, and I think not dipping with you know chew, but just not playing in the game, and I think that's becoming more common. I think there were some fourth and fifth round picks, guys that were sitting out bowl games because it's not worth the injury. But yeah, it just feels like it's lost a little luster. um, Maybe they added too many bowl games. I feel like, that was a part of my childhood where every year, you were finding out about a new bowl game and there was a ridiculous sponsor and this, that, and the other. I don't know. Expand the playoffs a little bit more. I don't see the problem with it, but we'll see. I've heard interesting arguments either way. Um, I don't know. I There's definitely a right way to do it, and you can still reward different bowl sites. Like, Get get me to a 10-teamer. I'd be in on that. I'd be in on that. Um, so there's your college football. We'll check in with you guys after the weekend, but hey, I guess these are the fun ones outside of the playoffs tonight. Cincy, Bama, Georgia, Michigan. I mentioned OK State, Notre Dame, Penn State, Arkansas, Iowa, Kentucky, Utah, Ohio State, number 7 Baylor, number 8 Ole Miss. Talk about a hungover football day tomorrow. Go enjoy that, people. Um, Find out find yourself a prospect for your team that you like and say, "Oh, yeah, I saw him play in a bowl game. That kid looked good." You talk about college football at an old-timey bar now, it seems. By the way, I'll drink the Michigan Kool-Aid. I think there's some fun stuff there. Their quarterback, supposedly Harbaugh sees him, and it's like a old man take a look at my life type thing, Cade McNamara. Apparently, there's a cool story about his recruiting. Like, they went to Michigan right after Bama, and he immediately said, like, "Oh, I'm going to Michigan." I guess Harbaugh sees a lot of himself in the kid. So I don't know. That's a romantic story. And by the way, their running back is disgusting and ran for what, 5, 6 touchdowns last game. Um, and Georgia just got punched in the mouth. So if they get punched in the mouth again, I'll drink the Michigan Kool-Aid. I think a lot of people are doing that, which is scary. Uh, if go dogs on them, and then you can't pick Cincy over Bama. I haven't really seen anyone do it yet. You just hope they give them a game. So we'll see. There's your college football football. And then the NFL this weekend, it's all Sunday. So we got away from the Thursday funny business. And then it's so funny, man. The NFL, excuse me, there is a Monday night game. But for week 18, they get to flex 2 games into Saturday, and they get to flex the Sunday night game. It's about ratings and money, baby, and I kinda secretly love it, like, why not? Sports are about entertainment. I think the games you have to know this weekend, Kansas City at Cincinnati. We talked about that a little bit with you guys. Um, this is gonna be a pendulum game that's unfair to Cincinnati. Maybe that'll be one of our signature terms. If Joe Burrow and Cincy beats KC, people will be bowing down. Cincinnati Super Bowl odds will skyrocket. Blah, blah. If they lose to Kansas City, winners of 8 straight, 9 straight, 8, um, and Patrick Mahomes, people will be saying, "Oh, Cincinnati, I don't know, this is a good first year for them. Will they even win the AFC North?" So I think Cincinnati, the answer lies somewhere in the middle there. Miami, Tennessee, I guess that matters. Miami kind of controls their own destiny. Happy for them. Vegas, Indy, does that matter? I think Indy just rolls over them. You could see the death of Las Vegas this season. Hammer the Colts. Why not? Actually, well, I should go check the spread before I say that. New England, Jacksonville, no. New York, Tampa, no. Philly, Washington, no, no. The Rams play Baltimore. That's another 1 p.m.er. All right, Baltimore trying to get their shit back together. I believe Lamar is back. They have needed that. And the Rams, what? I guess we're running high on them again. Couple wins if they beat Baltimore, I think they kind of jump back to where they were almost before the season. The Rams were a sexy Super Bowl pick. Sexy Super Bowl pick. Got a little whistly there. 4 p.m. slate. Broncos, Chargers. Sure. Pony up, baby. Um, Cardinals, Dallas. That's the big one. So that's Sunday. Okay, so that's the second. Man, what a weekend to be hungover. Lamar didn't practice for the second day tomorrow. Okay, so we'll see. I mean, Huntley would be back in that case, and then he gives them a chance, I guess. I don't know. Keep an eye on that. Don't have that. Um, Carolina, New Orleans, no. I guess if New Orleans wins, that matters. Detroit, Seattle, Stink Bowl. Minnesota, Green Bay, and I think Kirky just got ruled out. That's your night game. So Sunday night, which should be a pretty big Sunday scary. That should be a pretty big Sunday scary heading into uh, the new year, first Monday of the new year, a little hungover, probably some good food, probably some bad food, a couple drinks, pass out, drank, stand up, drank. Um, so let's see, Saturday, if I'm laying it out, KC, Cincy at the 1 p.m.er with the little Rams, Ravens. Yeah, that'll be a red zone. Everyone in your fantasy football championship, good luck. I also kind of hate you. I had 3 teams in the semis, all lost. Tough weekend. Tough weekend. And then 4 p.m., man, Arizona, Dallas. Hopefully we find some things out there. Maybe my Broncos give some love at 4 p.m. But yeah, you don't need to watch the nightcap. Minnesota without Kirky against in Green Bay. Buzz your girlfriend. Woof. So tonight's Friday. It's New Year's Eve. Hope. What are you guys? Everyone live in the chat. What are you guys doing for New Year's? Are people not doing stuff? I mean, I'm going to this wedding in Buffalo with Jess's family. Um, everyone's had to be vaxxed to go and everything. So, I mean, we'll see. All the Omicron stuff is nuts. Again, I'm still not a scientist, but apparently it seems like it's weaker, but it's more contagious. I don't know. It's going to be kind of a tough way to start the New Year's, but knock on wood, felt pretty tough for the bride last night. Was definitely feeling the effects of this whole week and the news cycle and everything. So we'll see what goes on there. Maybe everyone do something for New Year's, but get tested afterwards. Or if you don't have to do something, don't do it. Um, God, it's tricky. I don't always get it. I don't always get it. Enjoy the sports. Enjoy the sports. Beers with the in-laws? Yes. Now that's a New Year's Eve. Empty some thoughts. Really find out about each other. Um, Bart in Portugal, going to a restaurant with some friends. Hey, enjoy Portugal, man. Portugal for New Year's. That's a dream. Um, have fun, be safe. Same rules for every New Year's. There is a lot of amateur hour out there, so be careful if you're on the roads, especially. Um, but yeah, watch some football tonight. The Michigan Dogs game is the late one. Hopefully that's juicy. Come on, Bearcats! Ian Happ, Travis Kelsey, other Cincinnati alums. Jason Maxiel, was he there? God, a lot of rebounds. A lot of rebounds. Formerly Bob Huggins. Make it a game, Bearcats. Make it a game. Watch yourself some Michigan Dogs tonight. And then, yeah, a little hungover Saturday with college football. I mean, what a day to enjoy it. Uh, Start the new year Saturday, Notre Dame, and then NFL Sunday. And then Monday, we will be back. BBD, again, sends his best. We debated if we were going to hop on this morning. I didn't know if I'd have time. Thought I'd give you guys just a little bit. I appreciate we had a good amount of people pop in for a surprise show. Um, we will be back Monday. NFL playoff picture, that's probably going to be a big discussion. We'll see if MLB starts leaking stuff into the new year. How about my guy Jared Eichler, a little Top Golf for the new year, hitting some dingers, drinking some brewskis, a little indoor outdoor. I'm about that life. Jared's a good guy. That's not true, but he's a friend. Um, we'll be back Monday. Again, big things for myself, BBD, all of JOMBOY Media in 2022. Some really big announcements coming early on, hopefully the first couple weeks of 22. So I know if you guys are here, you're tuned into whatever we're doing. And by the way, whatever we're doing is because of you guys. Otherwise, we wouldn't be able to be doing what we're doing when we're doing what we're doing. Let's go. Was that cool? I think so. I think it was. Uh, and hey, if you guys send Dino the Great, are you kidding me? What a jerk. Best guy I know. Best guy I know. Thank you guys. Again, BBD sends us thanks. We'll see you Monday. There's stuff out there from JOMBOY Media. I know we didn't release a ton this week, but Chris Rose rotation, Towing the Slab, a couple breakdowns might have snuck out. Whoops-a-daisy. 3 sets of live fish on the internet. Ed Strudis. Oh, get twisted up, my man. All right, guys. I'm going to maybe take a cat nap before this wedding. Enjoy your New Year's Eve. See you guys in 2022. I guess that was the other thing I want to talk about. 2022? That doesn't seem like a real year, right? Wasn't it just Y2K? What happened? What happened? But it's going to be a fun 2022. Yeah, we got the baseball stars. Good call, Jill Hempel. There is a JM Mario Kart tournament coming out at some point. So if you're in the gaming world, we're starting to really get that. That's going to be big in 2022. Exciting stuff. Exciting stuff. So enjoy your weekend. Enjoy all of it. What a year. Thank you guys so much. Um, Man, see you in 2022. How about that? Big year. A lot of fun stuff coming. I love you guys. To to the moon and back. Is that a phrase? I think it is. Yeah, Jake's back and he's got his own show. Love you guys.